We have Wayne Garcia is here.
Not leaving us, man. Appreciate it. Welcome back.
Let's just get to our next guest. Wayne Garcia.
Don't touch that clicker.
Wayne Garcia is here from the Creative Loafing, and you guys had this cover story was huge.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to make that? Like 3 weeks?
Yeah,
It's like 18 pages long.
Yeah, it is a little
no, it's
bit
not
lengthy.
That long. It's it took about a week and a half actually. Yeah.
If you were to type that with font size 12 and double space, that would have been like 12 pages.
Thank God I know how to type with 2 fingers instead of just one.
Just
you know?
wing it.
Yeah, it would take a
Twice as
lot
fast.
longer. Sure.
And not that I want to get off target or anything like that, but the cover story art is incredible. Do you have the story on the guide? Do you know anything about the cover story? Because it's really kind of cool.
This
Let's see
guy
it.
is he's done work. I think he's at the USF student paper, and he emailed us a bunch of cartoons one day, and said, "Hey, you need anything?" And it was just timing. It hit right when we needed a cover, and when you're writing about big media and the FCC looking into it, there ain't a whole lot of pictures you can take
You
of
can
that.
use, right?
No.
Yeah, so
There's only so many microphones and earphones
so
you can
we
use.
got him, and his name is Jeff Sheridan, and he did a great job. And here's all our nice little reporters getting buried in a sea of money by big media and the FCC. So
Cool.
yeah, it was great.
Well, how timely this is, and I'm sure it's planned because there is that big hearing on Monday.
Really?
Why don't you tell us a little bit? What is that big media FCC? What is the whole controversy
Well,
there?
we own the airwaves. Well, Rob doesn't own much of them, but
Not anymore.
we have a lot of them. We own the airwaves as people, and the airwaves are basically given or leased without any money to these companies who make a lot of money. So we have the right to expect public affairs programming, and that they act in the public's best interest. And there's a lot of people out there who feel that they no longer that a lot of these big media conglomerates no longer act in the public interest. They don't have public programming. They drop their news programming, and there's a whole bunch of it's very detailed. And you will have a guy on later who can talk about
Right.
all of the details of this. But there's a couple of things that really would allow these big companies to consolidate even further. And the specter is that one day you'll have a one corporate entity in a town.
Your news will come from us.
Your news
one
will come
person.
from us, yeah, and it will be Rupert Murdoch. But anyway,
It's gonna
but
be-
I digress.
But it's gonna. But unfortunately, that it deteriorates a lot of what our country's based on, and our rights is
and
free right and speech.
it's free speech. It's important to democracy. It's important to creativity and diversity.
Yes.
Because you think about radio, and the rules started in the Reagan administration. Is when this started, when the clear channels of the world could buy up all these radio stations and operate them out of standard playlists that are done somewhere in the Midwest, so apparently. And when was the last time you heard, other than M&F, when was the last time you heard local music on the radio?
Or funky something cool that's just
or
breaking
something you
it.
just go, God, I haven't heard that in years.
You
So
have to go underground or something to. Even then, it's hard to
absolutely.
get.
You got to go to
Absolutely.
you got to go to iTunes, or you got to go to your computer. You got to go to your MP3 player.
Most mass media, when you consume it as a consumer, you can be in Tampa, Florida, or Dubuque, or in Oregon somewhere, and it's going to be identical. And those cities aren't identical. The people
Right.
are different. There's a richness of culture that we're losing, in addition to the marketplace of ideas and democracy. So those are the only things that are at stake. Just those little things, as Louise Thompson said.
Well, I
in
was
my
going to say
story.
the
Yes.
little things Louise had to say. That was pretty funny.
It's funny about
That
that.
she brought that up. What are some of the C&Ds that you have coming up this weekend?
There is the 13th annual Gulfport Springfest Street Festival, and
Very cool.
Gulfport is such a cool place to go, even when there's not a street festival, and go hang out and stroll
It's
around.
kind of like a street fest.
Well,
normally.
it really is. So that's going on. There's this really cool animation show going on at the Tampa Theater, which was started by Mike Judge, who is King of the Hill guy, and so that's really cool. And there was the U.S. Poet Laureate is in town. I think
What?
this is tonight. No, maybe not tonight. But anyway, it's in.
But
there.
if you pick up your Creative Loafing, your current issue of it, it'll be in there.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
tell
right.
us what's going on with the Generation Now.
The Generation Now thing is. Let me check this out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's okay. It's an art show by a mixed media list. So he's an idealist who produces a range of mixed media, from concert photography to posters, and it's at the skate park. So
You know where
Transitions
that is,
Gallery at
right?
the skate park.
Yeah, killer.
That is the cool happening place if you happen to be a teen. And my son is 16 and he's been there.
He
So.
loves it. Yeah. Well,
But
Tampa
the
skate
art
park,
is
right?
great. You think it's just a place for young skate rats to hang out and skateboard, and it is that. But the some of the best cutting edge art
But
in
it's
our
so
area
much more.
is doing the transition. It is so much
wait,
more.
there's
but
more.
wait, if you order now.
Wayne, thank you very much for coming out. I'm digging the facial hair. I actually think it looks good.
I'm going to keep it for a while.
Is it? Oh, it's a
Okay,
whole
good.
change thing. It's a
limited
Wayne
change. It's the
thing,
Wayne,
man.
the 2000 change.